Warning, this vlog contains an absurd amount of air quotes. It's Wild Wednesday here on My Weekly Fitness, and I'm going to talk about how to start a healthier lifestyle. Now, for a lot of people, the first thing that came to mind was diet. No. I'm going to give you guys a list of 15 simple steps to take that will make you a healthier person overall. Step 1, start logging your intake. That means either carrying a notebook around with you throughout the day so you can write down what foods you eat, or if you weren't born in the 18th century, there's different websites you can use, such as loseit.com, myfitnesspal.com, caloriecount.com, or livestrong.com. Step 2, eat fruits and vegetables. If you think you don't like any fruits or vegetables, you have not tried enough. I have a challenge for you. Go to the grocery store and pick out fruits or vegetables you've never had before. You don't know if you're actually going to like them until you actually try them. Step 3, pay attention to food labels. Just because something's low in calories doesn't mean that it's high in nutrients. It's better to have a food that's high in calories and actually provides you nutrients that your body needs, as opposed to a low-calorie food that's pretty much empty in terms of nutrients. Step 4, you decide what's healthy, not the company that created it. A lot of food that you probably thought was healthy really isn't. There are a lot of simple changes you can make, such as switching Nutri-Grain bars, which actually aren't all that nutritious for you, for the Kashi Go Lean bars, which are high in fiber and high in protein for about the same number of calories as what a Nutri-Grain bar is. Step 5, eat all the time. If you wait to eat until you are very hungry, you're more likely to binge and overeat. If you eat smaller meals or smaller snacks throughout the day, you're less likely to eat as much. Step 6, never get full. Of course, you should eat to satisfy your hunger, but you should never eat so much that you feel so full that you can't even move. Step 7, pay attention to your body. If you're hungry, it's because your body is missing some kind of nutrients, especially if you have a craving for something. Step 8, don't clean your plate. That rhymed, but there's starving kids in Africa. Look, I'm not condoning to throw away food, but I'm also not condoning to overeat. Eat slowly. Take a few bites, stop, drink water, talk to your family, whoever else you're eating with. If you still feel hungry, take a few more bites. Do this every so often until you feel like you're actually not hungry anymore. Step 9, don't ever drink anything but water, except for coffee and tea. Personally, I would much rather eat my calories than drink them. Fruit juices may seem healthy, but a lot of them have absurd amounts of sugar. Step 10, measure your food. Personally, I'm saying personally a lot. I like to have a food scale so I can measure out ounces, because a lot of serving size, it'll give it to you in ounces, and it's kind of hard to eyeball that. If you just pour your food out haphazardly, chances are it's more than 50% bigger than the actual serving size listed on the box. Step 11, pay attention to absolutely everything. You have to accurately keep track of what you're putting into your body. Otherwise, there's either two results that'll come through. 1, you'll end up giving up hope because you're not losing weight, or you're not getting the results that you want because you're actually intaking more than what you think, or you'll try to restrict your calories even more, which can lead to eating disorders. Step 12, drink a glass of water before you eat a meal. A lot of times thirst can be mistaken as hunger. Also, if you drink the water, it'll fill up your stomach and you'll be less likely to eat as much. Step 13, find better versions of the food that you love. I have an extreme weakness for brownies. If you put a brownie in front of me, I will eat it. I found that there are Kashi fudgy squares, or soft baked chocolate squares, or something like that. And I think they're about 160 calories each. It tastes like a brownie, and I'm in heaven whenever I have one. So the point is that you can still enjoy the things that you like without sacrificing a large amount of calories. Step 14, your body is not a calculator. Your body will not run on 500 calories a day just because you decide that that's how many calories you want to give it. Your body will not stop craving cookies just because you decide you aren't going to eat one. If you want a cookie, eat a cookie. Now, just because you eat the cookie does not mean that for the rest of the day you shouldn't eat anything. Give yourself the same amount of calories and nutrients every day. You might be a little over that day, but it's not going to kill you. Step 15, have an exit strategy. You should never have to count calories for the rest of your life. After doing it for about a month, you'll have an idea of what's healthy and what nutrients you need and how to get them without having to write down every single thing that you eat.